Hey guys, it's John here from Sonic Drive Studio. I hope you're all doing great. Welcome to another gear review and demo, and today's video is all about the Hughes & Kettner Ampman Modern. The Ampman Modern is this little guy over here, and this is basically a guitar amplifier from the Hughes & Kettner Spirit line. The Spirit line is basically a series of analog amplifiers without tubes in them that are meant to sound close, if not exactly the same as tube amplifiers. The Black Spirit 200 is basically the flagship of the Spirit line. I have one in the studio and it's a great amplifier. I've done some videos with it, including a very in-depth demo, which you can view up here and down here as well if you're interested. Anyway, so the Ampman amps are obviously meant to be very portable, as you can see. I have the modern version over here, but there also is the classic version, which sounds a little bit more vintage overall. But one of the cool things about this little pedal is that it's not just a 2-channel preamp, no, it's actually also a guitar amplifier with a built-in power amp. So you can actually hook this up to your guitar cabinet, which is great. It has a power rating of 25 watts at 8 ohms, 48 watts at 4 ohms, and about 13 watts at 16 ohms. So it's a pretty loud amplifier, especially considering its size and weight. And the housing is also very sturdy, so it's very road proof. It's also a great amplifier for recording in your studio or on your laptop when you're on the road, stuff like that. So it's very easy to use in silent recording applications, and it has some great features to help with that. The Ampman Modern is also packed with a bunch of great other features that we'll get into. So it's basically a 2-channel amplifier. Channel A is the clean channel that can also be pushed up to a nice overdrive. And let's take a listen to some clean tones on channel A using my Fender American Performer Telecaster. And I dialed in the Ampman so that it sort of sounds like a cranked American combo. And for the demos in this video, I'm running the Ampman through some York Audio impulse responses, which is very easy and convenient via the Redbox DI XLR out over here if you disable the built-in cabs. And for this first clip, I'm using the York Audio B-Man 410P10Q cabinet, and I'm on mic mix 4. And note that I added some nice stereo delay and reverb in post with Helix Native, just to make it sound a little bit more ambient and wide. Let's go ahead and take a listen to that right now. That sounded great! Now let's take a look at all the controls that both channels have to offer. On the right we have the gain and tone controls. The tone control is here to basically substitute the normal 3-band EQ tone stack. It's a simple but very versatile control. To the left, the tone control has a bit more body and mid-range, so perhaps a little bit more British sounding. And to the right, the control gets a bit more American, so more scooped and bright. The presence and resonance controls over here definitely give you more flexibility over your tone, as they allow you to fine-tune the high and low frequencies of your tone. And then we have the awesome sagging control, which is a unique control to the Spirit amplifiers. This control emulates the sag, so the compression and saturation that power tubes normally introduce when you crank a tube amplifier. But with this control you can dial in the exact amount that you desire at any level, so that's a great feature. For a more tight and dynamic sound, it's best to put this low, but for a more warm and compressed sound, you can crank this up quite high and it will sound quite natural. Then we have a simple volume control and a solo boost that basically acts as a sort of second master volume, and you can enable the solo boost by the dedicated switch over here. This pedal also has an effects loop on the back that you can enable with the dedicated foot switch over here, and we also have this very cool boost switch over here. The boost switch acts sort of like a pre-boost, so kind of like an overdrive pedal in front of the amplifier to add some more gain and focus to the sound. Let's now check out channel A, but with the boost turned on, so that it sounds kind of similar to a cranked British amplifier. So like I said, I'm using the built-in boost this time on channel A. I really love how it pushes the sound into a very nice and focused British crunch with a very nice mid-range. And just as in the first clip, the sagging control over here is cranked up quite high to get that authentic vintage cranked amplifier stack sound. For this clip, I'm using my PRS Zach Myers semi-hollow guitar on the bridge pickup. And for these tones, I'm using the York Audio FD-MN 412 M25 cabinet. And I'm on Mic Mix 08 this time. Let's go ahead and check that out right now. Awesome! I loved those tones. So that was channel A. Channel B is your modern high gain channel on this amplifier. This channel has plenty of gain, so it's obviously great for rock, hard rock, metal, and other modern styles. Let's go ahead and try this channel out with my ESP LTD Phoenix Black Metal with a Fishman Fluence Modern in it, set to the passive mode. And this time I'm using an IR from the York Audio York 212 DV77 pack. And for this I'm on Mic Mix 01. Here we go. Awesome, very cool. It kind of reminded me a little bit of a dual rectifier, but with a unique Hughes and Kettner flavor to it. Now let's see how well this channel handles low tunings, very low tunings. And for this clip, I'm going to use my ESP LTD SC608B 8-string baritone guitar, the Stephen Carpenter signature model, with the Steph Fishman Fluences in it. I have the Fishman set to the active voicing this time, so not the passive voicing as in the previous clip. And on the amp man on channel B, I am using the built-in boost this time for some extra focus. And for these modern high gain tones, just as in the previous clip, I'm using quite low sagging settings, just to keep the sound a bit more tight and dynamic. And for these tones, I'm using the York Audio MES412OS cabinet, which is based on an oversized Mesa Boogie cabinet. And I'm also on Mic Mix 01 here. Here we go. Sweet, that sounded very nice and thick. I wasn't sure if the amp man would be able to handle those very low notes, but I think it sounded great, absolutely awesome. Of course, you could always add some sort of overdrive pedal or some sort of pre-EQ in front of the amplifier to shape the tone even further, but for this demo I wanted to keep the overdriven core tones very simple and pure, so without any pedals up front. Let's also take a quick look at the back of the amplifier to see what we have there. On the left we have the guitar input, and next to that the noise gate control, which is so cool and handy, by the way. Love that feature. I used the noise gate on all the overdriven tones in this demo, and it made them all sound very nice and clean. Then we have the effects loop, and next to that the red box DI out. This DI output has 8 built-in analog cab sims that you can also bypass to run your own impulse responses, as I did in this demo. You guys know that's how I like to roll, and I think it sounds great. And we also have a switch for line and mic levels. Then we have a headphones out along with a headphones level, and even an aux in for backing tracks, etc. Then we have the power switch and the speaker output for your normal guitar cabinet. And that's it. I think it's a very cool little amplifier, jam-packed with some great and very useful and unique features, like the boost, the noise gate, the tone control, and of course the very unique sagging control. It's portable and it sounds great. Maybe not exactly the same as my tube amplifiers, but it's a great tone nonetheless. A very unique tone, so it does its own thing. So congrats to Hughes and Kettner for this great portable product. I think that a lot of players will have this on their pedal boards very soon, so I love this little thing. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and a subscribe, as that really helps the channel out. And also let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on the Amp Man Modern. You can also follow Sonic Drive Studio on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you very, very soon. Cheers!